The only thing better than a Southern cornbread is a Southern keto cornbread, because you can have all the great taste without all the carbs. You can save those for something else. Cornbread makes a perfect side for just about any dinner, but we especially down here like it around the holidays. And once you make this one, you're never going to want to go back to the original. If any of y'all have been watching me for a while, you might be like, hey Victor, you've already got a cornbread recipe. And that's true, but I made two really important additions to it that make it even better than the original. So today on Southern Keto, I'm going to show you my kicked up Southern Keto cornbread. Stick around. So the first thing we're going to do is take a cast iron skillet, pour a little bit of bacon grease in there. I always save my bacon grease in this little thing. It's got a strainer in there so it kind of strains out all the little bacon pieces. You can use that for something else. I'll put links to all the stuff I use down in the description too. And then you just want to get this all over this cast iron skillet. Use a paper towel, get it all up on the sides and everything like that. And I'm going to throw this in a 350-degree oven to preheat while I'm putting the rest of it together. Now, when you're working with cast iron and you put it in the oven, it's going to be hot. So just remember that when you go to grab it out. So I'll put this in the oven, turn it on to 350, and I'll be right back and show you what to do next. Next up, I've got Old Yeller. And 2 Old Yeller, I'm going to go in with 5 eggs. If you happen to get a little piece of shell in there, just remember my egg hack video. And just use the shell magnet trick and get that piece right out. And then to that, I'm going to add in 6 tablespoons of melted butter. So make sure this is not super hot. You don't want to scramble these eggs or anything. Just dump that right in. Next up is one of the secret ingredients that gives this its great flavor. This is sweet corn extract. I'm going in with a tablespoon of that. If you don't like it as corny, don't use as much. I'm pretty corny. Just give that a good mix together and we'll move on to the next step. Next, I'm going in with 1.5 cups of almond flour. This is what I use. You want to make sure it's finely sifted. I usually pick this one up at Sam's. You're going to add in 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 2 tablespoons of my sweetener blend, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Make sure you check your baking powder label. Make sure it doesn't have aluminum in there. You do not want that. You know, just for your brain. I'm going to mix that together and let everything get well acquainted. And then I'm going to show you my secret ingredient that's going to kick this thing up to another level. See you in just a second. Once that comes together, I'm going to throw in 1 tablespoon of water. And then the secret ingredient here is pork cracklings. We make this crackling cornbread. And this stuff is so good. Now there's 2 different types. One of them you'll find in with the pork rinds. They're really hard. You want the soft kind. And we're going to go in with 1 cup of those. So I'll throw that right in and mix it together. There's enough cracklings in there to make 2 of these cornbreads if you get that brand. So just mix this in really, really well. I just heard that oven's preheated. So I'm going to grab my glove. I'm going to pull that thing out of the oven. I'll show you what to do next. So yeah, use a good oven glove to get this out. Unlike some of y'all that thought I had superhuman strength in that ground beef video, because I have good pans that I can actually touch. This one you don't want to touch. But now listen to this. You can smell that bacon grease, and if so, you know you got it right. Just smooth that out in there. It's going to look a little dry, but it's going to be just fine. You can get some moisture come out of those cracklings, and man, I'm telling you what, this is the good stuff. Just get that as smooth in there as you can. I'm going to throw it back in the oven for 20-25 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. It's been 25 minutes, and this is what it looks like right here. Now you want to let this sit here in the cast iron skillet and cool for about 10 minutes, and then we'll slice it up and have a little taste. It's been 10 minutes, so we'll go ahead and cut into it and see what we got here. I mean, that right there is the good stuff. Look, y'all, I make this stuff all the time. I absolutely love it, and I hope you will too. I'd love to know down in the comments what you're gonna have this with. And if you don't want to use the cracklings, I'll put my old cornbread recipe right up here. Check it out. It is a classic, and you can see what that one looks like. And if you like to have stuffing or dressing around the holidays, depending on where you're from or what you're going to do with it, I'll show you how to make it out of my cornbread in this video right down here. Y'all enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video.